Hey everyone, Matt Freeman, Detrimental Dialogue, daring to be real and raw. I wanted to take a couple moments today. I wasn't in the mood to type, and wanted to talk about circumstances. You know, I think all too often we let our circumstances define us and actually kind of affect our whole day. You know, good circumstances, we're happy; bad circumstances, we're not happy, and then anywhere in between. You know, I had a ho-hum day. You know, not much happened, not much great news, not much bad news. Hey, it was just a day. So I wanted to talk about that for a minute because, you know, when I look at circumstances, I think of things like, you know, foreclosure, short sale, divorce, bankruptcy, death in the family. Those are negative ones. I think of childbirth, promotion, wedding, you know, some of the things that are very positive and optimistic. And so a lot of times, you know, based on what's going on, oh, I'm getting married this week, oh, I'm so excited. Now you can also have, oh, I'm getting married this weekend, oh. No, I'm just kidding. So, you know, our circumstances many times define us, and it really, our internal dialogue leads to our external actions a lot of the times. So if our circumstances seem to be bad and inside we're kind of like, oh, the world's ending, blah, 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 blah. You know, when we interact with someone on the outside, it's usually in a negative tone. And then if our internal dialogue is awesome, like, you know, it's going to be a great day, I'm going to do great things, a lot of times our external actions are positive and they reflect well on the outside. But really it's not a definition of who we are and who we can become. And in addition to that, there is the fake it till you make it syndrome. So sometimes, you know, we are internally all messed up and have negative things going on, but we put that big cheesy smile on and we're like, everything's great, everything's, you know, fine. People read that a mile away as well. So my challenge for myself, and I'm just, again, being real open and honest as I've always been on everything that I write, my challenge for myself all the time is finding that medium. You know, for the last, I don't know how long, you know, I get comments that I appear to be really optimistic and positive on Facebook. That comes from my mom. I wrote about that, my mother's influence. You know, we're real optimistic. I know good things will happen to good people, and, you know, I have a lot of faith and a lot of hope. And that overcomes a lot of the stuff that's going on inside. So faith and hope is a whole nother conversation. But when you have strong faith and strong hope, it can overcome some of the negative self-talk inside, and it can still reflect on your external interactions with others. But not to get sidetracked, you know, I come across as being real optimistic and happy, and overall I am. You know, I know good things are going to happen, and good things are happening right now. My relationship with my kids has never been stronger, but, you know, I've had a lot of circumstances of late that could have really put me in a hole, and in some cases have put me in a mental mind state that's pretty bad, and I have to dig myself back out. So, you know, how do you find that happy medium, you know, to be right on the earth's, you know, ground level versus in the clouds or somewhere, you know, more than 6 feet deep? And that's what I've been really working on, and I've been really working on it since January of this year. I've dedicated 2010 to, you know, self-growth, maturity, and finding balance in my life and learning to be in the moment. So a few tips that I would say is, you know, learn to be in the moment. Learn to have faith and hope in a higher cause that's above your own self-interest. You know, when we get tied up in our self-interest, then, you know, a lot of times our external actions reflect that. At the same time, our internal dialogue can get all jacked up because it has a lot to do with how it directly impacts us versus impacting others. It's really easy to stay positive when you know what you're doing has a positive influence on others. Digitally speaking, when I do detrimental dialogue or when I'm on Facebook, or why people think that I'm, you know, overly optimistic or positive in most cases, is because my goal is to have a positive impact on others. And it's very hard to do if I'm complaining, whining, moaning, or saying, woe is me. So again, I'm not going to have a Mr. Down on Myself party. You know, the overall arching goal is to grow, to continue to mature, to learn from others, and to have an impact on others. So that would be another tip. And then, you know, lastly, you know, your circumstances are always going to be there, positive or negative. So how do you take them in stride? How do you take them running with, and it comes down to humility, you know, learning to be humble in all circumstances, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent, and knowing that, you know, many of your circumstances are outside of your control, and then some of them are, you know, within your daily reaches. So, you know, if you drive a car directly into a wall, then, you know, that was obviously pretty much in your control. But, you know, if the economy crashes, it's outside your control, and if all of a sudden you're on unemployment, you know, don't let pride get in the way. That was outside your control. Your job at that point is not to sit on unemployment for the rest of your life going, this is pretty cool, you know, but to use the benefits that you paid in and then get back on your feet. So don't stay anywhere too long. Stay positive. Have your faith and hope in something higher than your greater self-interest. Be humble. Those are some of the things that I'm learning, and I just kind of wanted to throw that out there to you today. Again, Matt Freeman, Detrimental Dialogue, tagline being, you know, dare to be real and raw. I give it to you like it is. What you're seeing is a daily chronicle of me post, you know, post separation, and really the dynamic of what I'm trying to throw at you is just the growth. I'm hoping that, you know, we can see that in all circumstances we can go out there and influence someone else's life in a positive way, in which in turn, you know, it helps our life. And rising tide raises all ships. You know, you can 100 different ways to talk about that. Anyways, just have a great day today, and we'll look forward to talking to you soon.